Om Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna explained how a sattvic person will be there and how his attitude towards God and spiritual life will be there. Do you know what the worldly person endowed with sattva is like? Actually, the worldly person here means not the worldly person, person in the world endowed with sattva. Perhaps the house is dilapidated condition and all that he explains. He is indifferent to physical existence and he is very sensitive to the spiritual existence. Where we are living, sometimes I feel hot but I don't feel like putting on fan because I don't mind body being taking little strain, but the sound it produces, I am at the mental level. It is disturbing my mind, and heat doesn't disturb me my physical level. Those who are physically living at physical level, you will see they don't mind fan making sound. They want air and fan to move about. So, at what level I am living? I dwell in a higher world of thoughts and not at the gross physical level at all. So they feel, some people cannot live without fan. I forget sometimes, and sometimes I do put. But when it is disturbing my divine thought while I am writing, certain times I am going to get immersed in certain things, and another sound is disturbing external. This sound is better than that sound. That way I put. Now, the Western music in the opposite shore of the bank, this one will be vibrating. Then, to avoid that sound, the fan sound is better than. But otherwise, at what level we are living? He is living with spiritual consciousness, sattva. He is endowed with sattva, and then he is living at a higher level of consciousness. He cannot look into the small physical needs and physical needs. Life will go away. Even without this, life will go away. But character, other person's concern, a person coming to his home, how much of respect and love he offers, and all concern about others. But physical needs, it doesn't matter. His clothes are torn, doesn't matter. He has not shaved for 2 days, doesn't matter. His attention, he is neglecting, but his attention doesn't go there. When your attention goes, he is able to, these are all passing things. I want eternal. I want something beyond. And maximum these sattvic people will care is about spiritual matters. Spiritual things, spiritual people, and spiritual existence. A devotee coming to house is God coming to their house. Today somebody was describing a person in Pune, how that person lives. He is very highly a cream of the society, and he is with the ministers in a meeting. They have come to his office, and a saint came to his house, a sannyasi. Immediately, just asking them pardon for a few minutes, he came out and made sashtang pranam for them and made him to sit. He told, I will come in such and such time, and made all arrangements to take care of him and went back. He is indifferent to his clothes, he is indifferent to his family matters. Oh, there are others to take care, others to take care. But look at they never insult a devotee of God. Coming to their house is God coming to their house. For them to provide any need is a great opportunity in spiritual life. To give some solace or some support to a sadhaka, to a devotee, whatever they want within our limits. This is the sattvic people's tendency. Two things we have to always see, that we care for the devotees of God as much as we treat God Himself. We do not know in what form God comes when. See that never a devotee goes with tears or goes with insult. That we must take care always. Anybody's house, a holy man coming, a sadhaka coming, asking for something, we cannot refuse. That shows gross tamas in the person who does that. That person is living at tamasic level, not even in rajasic level. So tamas, eyes are covered with ignorance. There is no wisdom, there is no knowledge. He doesn't know what is he doing. To that extent, we go down. Just it is expression of tamas, expression of sattva is entirely different. They are indifferent to the world, they are indifferent to all physical things, but they are extremely sensitive to spiritual things and divine things, God and maybe he pays no attention to these things. The furniture of the house is old, doesn't think of polishing it, making it look neat, does not care for dress at all. Anything is good enough for him just to cover body and to give respect to the society that I am wearing clothes. Once Purushottanandaji Maharaj in Bangalore told, oh, I am wearing this clothes for your sake. One person was asking, Swamiji, your shirt is torn. He said, oh, yes, I will try to get a separate one. Thakur says, torn thing should not be worn. I shall get it. By tomorrow I will get it. But actually I am wearing these clothes for your sake. You will feel ashamed if I go without clothes. Just to satisfy this social honor, I am covering my body. But the man is very gentle, quiet. The gentleness is inexpressible. Sattva gentleness is entirely different. You can never see a knot on his face, or angry mood, or dislike, or disgust. That kind of gentleness. How clearly Sri Ramakrishna, just like Mahabharata, every character is opened and shown. Shakuni, Duryodhan, Dharmaraj, each one is nicely depicted in Mahabharata. What all types of people can be there and what all are their nature. Very gentle, quiet. The quietness is expression of inner peace. When inner peace is there, when does inner peace come? When we have no inner desires. Inner desires, competitive spirit, dislike, hatred, all these things manifest in absence of peace within. When desires are there, it works on anything that is available. I have desire, I do not even know what desire I am possessing. I like and dislike people. I have judgment and comments to do on others. It is not concerned with that person at all. It is not concerned with the nature of those people. It is inner desires I am not able to fulfill, and that is expressing as judgment of others, pointing out to others' defects. I am filled with desire, and that desire is making me lack of peace inside, and that of lack of peace is expressing as dislike for certain things, like for certain things, expectations, demands. All these come into picture because of the desires within, which creates the moment peace dawns. It is when the soul is desireless, when the peace within creates a different atmosphere within. It is conducive for the enlightenment. Peace is the sign of next enlightenment, Bhagavad Sakshatkara, enlightenment. The enlightenment comes, just like dawn comes before sunrise, like that peace comes before enlightenment. And this enlightenment is lighted by the light of God. Light of God enlightens the soul of the man. He is quiet. This quietness is expression of peace within. Kind. How kindly they talk. One in Karkala, one house, one person came shouting, and that woman in the house, she's calmly talked something. The way in which she changed the atmosphere was just like when the milk on the stove starts boiling and oozing out, and somebody puts cold water on it, it goes inside again. It puffs up because of heat, and when you put cold water on it, it simply subsides. Like that, that person was simply subsided. This is the kindness with which they treat people. They are kind, they are humble. Humbleness is expression of egolessness. How we make mistake in every step to deal with things, when we deal with situations, how we express our ego, how that ego comes out, how it conquers. It is drowning me. If I get ego, it is drowning me. If I show humility, humbleness, if I am humble, then it is expression of inner spirituality. Egolessness is spiritual expression. So, humble, kind, be not, he does not injure anyone. Injure, injuring by words, by action, by signs. If someone wants to talk to you, you turn your face out. He's coming, he starts staying there, turning away face. Is sufficient to injure. The pain that they get when they are injured, the scar on the heart with which they return, how much painful it would be. Humble does not injure anyone. Injuring need not be with physical assault. It can be just by sign of the face. It can be by a pen. I read something. It can be with sword. It can be with a pen also. It can be with facial expression. It can be through words also. It can be through act. I act in a way that person gets hurt. So injuring can be in any form. The one who is endowed with sattva, he will never injure anybody. Again, among the worldly people, there are people with traits of rajas. Such a man has watch and chain. He said, put on watch and chain. 2 or 3 rings on his forefingers and fingers. On his fingers. The furniture of the house is spick and span. On the walls hang portraits of Queen, the Prince of Wales, and other prominent people. The building is whitewashed and spotlessly clean. His wardrobe is filled with large assortment of clothes. Even servants have their livery and all that. That is expression of glory. He is rajasic, full of expression. Even in pujas you can see pomp and glory expression. Simple, loving worship of God. Varieties. Traits of worldly man endowed with tamas are sleep. And another aspect of these rajas people is being curt. That is, you do that, you do this, telling and going. This is rajasic tendency, expression of authority. He has authority, but he can be humble in expression. He may not be having authority, still he might be, in expression he may be rajasic. With contempt when I do, it is tamasic. In my mother's house, somebody was, Holy Mother's house, one of the relative was asked to serve. She was throwing the food from above because that person belonged to a lower caste. Mother sees that and says, is this the way of serving? Oh, how will that person eat with joy if you feed like that? So that putting like that, I am the giver, you take. It's a sign of tamas. So each nature and character is different from other. The traits of a worldly man endowed with tamas is sleep, lust, anger, egotism, and like that. See, sleep, lethargy, laziness, All this we can understand. Excessive sleep. All need sleep. But if excessive sleep is there, then it is tamas. It has to be replaced by rajas. Rajas has to be destroyed by sattva. And sattva we overcome through practice of meditation, dhyana. In samadhi alone, the trigunatita comes into picture. So from rajas we have to move to sattva, sattva to beyond triguna. So sleep, lethargy, alasya, laziness, these are not the only signs of tamas. Lust, excessive lust, kama bhavana, anger, wrath we say. Excessive anger is called wrath. Such things you see, it is tamas. You see in the rakshasas, demons, that kind of tamas. Tamas is, we think usually tamas means sleeping. No. Sleeping is excessive anger and all that is tamas. Egotism and the like. All have sattva, raja, tama. In small proportion, if rajas and tamas are there, just to continue life, it is sufficient. It has to be there, otherwise only sattva cannot be there without rajas and tamas. This world is trigunatmika, but harmful way it should not be there. It must be conducive. Little of rajas. The example given is when gold is to be made into an ornament. Gold is so soft, it will wear out so quickly and it gets mutilated early if it is soft. Just hard touch is sufficient. It will become, it changes its shape. So little of copper is added. That copper is like adding tamas to sattva, and it keeps the object in its state. Tamas, to show to myself, you have to do it. I want to conquer something in my life. I want to achieve something in my life. I want to see that I will never miss morning prayers, evening prayers. So, this disciplined way of life to do, I must exercise tamas on myself so that I will not miss any part of the disciplines. There are two types of people. One who are indisciplined and living outside. Some are living outside and indisciplined. Some are living inside and indisciplined. But there is a difference, you see. It makes difference. Actually, being outside indisciplined is pardonable. Being inside indisciplined is to be thoroughly chastened. So, when we follow all the discipline without fail, everybody accepts it. Everybody accepts that person, everybody obeys it. Otherwise, even little error, you see that people will not accept. Suppose in the ashrama itself, morning prayer I am attending something, I am not attending yoga. You are not indisciplined already. You are attending to yoga, you are not able to attend morning prayer, again you are. You come any time for food, any time you go, it is indisciplined. So discipline is, some places I am disciplined, some places I am indisciplined, cannot be there. Discipline means everywhere I am disciplined. then I have a right to point out to the mistakes of others, correct others, teach others, direct others. Look at me, I am doing. Follow me, follow me. Otherwise, it will be very great error in our life. I will be responsible. I am sharing the persons, whomever I comment upon, whomever I judge upon. I am gaining his traits unconsciously. I am contemplating on it. Je jar dhyan kore, she tar shraddha paye. I go on thinking a person, I am slowly gaining the tendencies. And I am sharing his karma's bhaga. Somebody is doing some mistake. The moment I say he is doing mistake, the mistake he has done, it's part of his karma phala, immediately comes to me. Purandaradasa says in one of the bhajan songs, Avana bayyuve yako, avana yaro neenu yaro, avana papake neenu bhagiyade. Avana bayyuve eke, avana yaro neenu yaro. He is going in his way. Leave him to his own karma. Let him do his karma. The moment you point out your finger, it has already caught you. You have become karma bhagi. Avana bayyuve eke, avana yaro neenu yaro, avana papake neenu bhagiyade. It immediately comes to you. A share of his all doings. We don't have time and energy to chasten our own life, but we are interested in pointing mistakes of others. This is how we live in the world. So we have to shift all things. First thing, self-cleaning, self-control, self-conquest. Afterwards, we will look into the world. I don't have time. From my childhood, I never attended to this world's problems, and now whoever comes to me, to them I attend to. Who doesn't come, I don't mind. And if they come, I have something to give, something to say. If they don't come, all right, well, you go your way. So, I never thrust upon anybody anything, nor go into anybody's affairs. I don't have time. Every moment of my life is so precious. Where have I got time to see others' things and what business I have got? I have not come to this world to change anybody or to do anything. I have to change myself. Whoever comes for anything, I am there to help. If they don't come, well, it is will of divine. So this is how we understand the spiritual life and come out of the three gunas. Why we are doing like that is we are in tamas. Our behavior is dependent on one of the gunas that I am holding on to, and the guna is holding on to me. I am living such a life that if I am tamasic, these are the expression of my tamas. If I am rajasic, these are the expression of my rajas. If I am sattvic person, these are the expression of my sattva. If I am trigunatita, there are the expressions of trigunatita. So the whole thing is a play of my nature, my gunas, the gunas that are governing my life, my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. What am I is my behavior shows, my character shows. What am I is decided by Nimma vyavaharave nimma parichaya. How do you behave is how you are introducing yourself to others. What you are, what your behavior is, what your actions are. Only two things we can see: action and behavior. Character we can judge, but feelings we cannot know, thoughts we cannot know, but behavior we can know. This is how there is expression of what we are. When the time comes, the time of test, all time I may be good, but the test, when test comes, I become my own self. I will reveal my real nature. Like that parrot which goes on uttering Ram, 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 Ram. When the cat comes and catches, it will do its own sound, quack, 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 quack. This is how our nature comes out, and the purpose is to transcend our nature and go beyond. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.